Money in the Bank is over, folks, and I must say it was actually a pretty cool and pretty awesome event. I will say though that Worlds Collide earlier in the day, that has by far taken my show of the year. It was spectacular, and it also shows that the AAA wrestlers, they are a lot faster than their WWE counterparts. But we had some fantastic matches here at Money in the Bank. And it started with, obviously, the women's ladder match. The women's Money in the Bank. We had Rhea Ripley. We had Roxanne Perez. We had Stephanie Vaquer, Alexa Bliss, Naomi, and Julia. And all 6 of these women, they put on a possible Match of the Year contender. This match was just spectacular. Everyone shone, and the spots in this match, well, we've seen a few people do things like this before, but for some unknown reason, the ladders just seem to be that much bigger this year than they ever have been. And to be honest, when you put like Alexa Bliss, Roxanne Perez, or Stephanie Vaquer on these ladders, you know, they're only like 5 foot, 5'1", 5'2". These ladders look gigantic next to them. Hell, even when Rhea Ripley was climbing one, she looked like she was only like 5 foot, even though she's like 5'7", 5'8". It was absolutely spectacular, this match was, I will say that. We had Mexican destroyers on the ladders. Rhea Ripley got buried under a stack of ladders. We also saw Roxanne Perez and Stephanie Vaquer fighting and almost falling, but not on purpose, from the top of the ladder, which they were managed to be able to save it. And what they came about with was basically just Roxanne Perez throwing Stephanie off. It looked great. It did actually look kind of painful as well. But I will say, I was shocked for the winner of this match. And the reason I'm shocked, Naomi won. This I did not see coming. But then I was thinking, right, okay, she hasn't really got any history per se at this moment with Tiffany Stratton or even Io Sky. But then I was thinking, what have we got coming soon? We have King and Queen of the Ring. I just got this feeling that Bianca Belair is going to go through, win the qualifying matches, and Night of Champions, she's going to become Queen of the Ring. SummerSlam, she's going to challenge Tiffany Stratton or whoever is the champion at that time. If Bianca wins, Naomi's going to come on out and claim the belt. That's what I got in the back of my head at this moment in time. Mostly because that seems the most logical way to go forward, because Naomi won. But anyway, as I was saying, Naomi won the match. It was a great match and a hell of a match to start Money in the Bank. Next up, we actually had Dirty Dom Mysterio taking on Octagon Jr. for the Intercontinental Championship. Now for this match at this moment in time, you know, when AAA was going on, no one knew this match was going to happen. But after Octagon Jr. had a major match in AAA, which is a brilliant match as well, Dirty Dom grabbed the mic and said, obviously you take inspiration from Rey Mysterio, he's a deadbeat, he's this, he's that, and I'm the real Mysterio and I got the belt. So Octagon went over to him, grabbed him, pulled him into the ring and started beating him down. Liv got in, so along with the referee, and they broke it apart. And Dom, as he was leaving, he just looked at Octagon Jr. and said, well, that's it, I'll see you at Money in the Bank. Amazing. And as he went up, he goes, oh yeah, the belt's on the line. And with that, well, this match was awesome. I absolutely love this match, but the sad thing is, it went on just over 4 minutes. And it was almost like a filler match, which shouldn't have been a filler match. Because, I'll say it now, and I've always said it, Dominic Mysterio is going to go on to become one of the greatest of all time. At his age now, and he's this good, the guy hasn't even hit his prime yet, and he's absolutely incredible. Again, I know that's what happens when, you know, the people in your life who influence you and what you want to do is Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio. You just want to do the best ever, and he is going to be better than both of them combined. But in those 4 minutes though, we had some of the best of the actual events wrestling. We had some incredible Lucha Libre action, obviously. Octagon Jr. could cross over to WWE many more times if this match is anything to go by, and to be honest with you, I think that Octagon Jr. could do very well on the SmackDown brand, because we got quite a few Lucha Libres over there, and some of the matches he could have would be incredible. Hell, just throw him in a series of matches with Rey Fenix, and you got a guaranteed match of the year nearly every week. Guarantee it. But with this though, we did get Dirty Dom hitting the frog splash for the win. And like I said, it just sucks that it went on for just over 4 minutes. After Dirty Dom won, we went straight into our third match, which was the Women's Intercontinental Championship match between Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria. Well, I'm going to say this from the get-go, this was my match of the event. It stole the show, it was absolutely spectacular, and to be honest with you, this is just going to show that Becky Lynch, at this moment in time, she is the greatest female wrestler competing. She is absolutely spot on with every single aspect of working in the ring. You know, it started out fast and furious and it never led up the entire match. It was a bit stranger because, as you can see, Becky's attire was a little bit different than what it normally is. As you can see, she was wearing MC Hammer trousers, pants, and a white vest. The vest actually had a lot of things scribbled on it, but we can't actually know what they said because there was no good close-ups during the match. But with this though, Lyra Valkyria, she will go on to be a future great and a guaranteed Hall of Famer in the future, because this match just showed that she is on the level of Becky Lynch. These two stole the entire show. This was just more than spots though as well. We had amazing ring work, yeah. And the ring work, ring awareness, everything was great. But the psychology of the match was the best of the entire show. Hell, I'd probably say the psychology has probably been the best for the last couple of years. It was just spectacular. How they managed to one-up their match from Backlash, I have no idea, because one-up Backlash was absolutely insane and incredible. But with this, we actually had Becky perform a super manhandle slam from the top of the turnbuckle, which, to be honest with you, I thought it was over there and then, but it wasn't. But Becky, being the heel, played it up, and as she rolled up Lyra, she grabbed a hold of her pants and just kept going, and that's how she got the win. Obviously, we did actually have the following, where, she said, if I win, you gotta put the belt around me and raise my arm, which is exactly what she did. But I will say though, this match, it's like I said, match of the night, everything was just so good about this, and Becky played the role of the heel amazingly. But obviously, after she did put the belt around Becky's waist, she did actually suplex her, and then she just gave her a night-night. Next up, folks, was the men's Money in the Bank. And we all knew this was going to be a fun match no matter what, mostly because of the 6 men who were involved. Rollins, Penta, Andrade, Grande Americano, Solo Sikoa, and LA Knight. Well, this match had it all. It had the usual drama and action of a ladder match, but it actually had some great comedy moments as well, which always go over well when you watch a wrestling event and some things of comedy can be put in. Always elevates it to a much needed high, always does. But this match had some of the moments which will be included more than likely in OMG compilations for the forthcoming years. But there was one spot in this which I did think was going to end worse than what it did. Andrade did a sunset powerbomb over the ladder, and when he landed, one leg was normal, the other leg was kind of bent and to the right. It just looked like his knee was going to snap, and he was like, ugh. Tearing your ACL and all your ligaments. I've done all of that. Every time I see anything like this happen, I always wince because I just know how much pain that is. And thank God nothing happened serious like that. But obviously, we did have, towards the end, Seth Rollins calling in backup. And obviously, backup did arrive for him. We had Andrade holding on, but this by here, as you can see, Bron Breakker almost speared Grande Americano out of his boots. It was insane how fast this was. But then we also had Bronson Reed take out the majority of people. And again, obviously they all turned their attention to Solo Sikoa. And Solo was just there, he was like trying to talk to him. But obviously these boys turned up. And when you see a ladder match and you've already got 6 people involved, and then you add 4 more people to it, sometimes it can go great or spectacular. You know, basically thinking of WrestleMania 17, the TLC match, when you had Rhino, Spike, and Lita get involved. That just elevated an already 5-star greatest TLC match of all time just above even more. But then when you get these guys, we were like, oh, it's just booking for the sake of booking. But it wasn't. JC Mateo got taken out by Bron Breakker through the barrier. Bronson Reed tried taking out Jacob Fatu, didn't work. Jacob Fatu took him out with a super kick and a throw-up Samoan drop. And afterwards, you did see Jacob Fatu take out Bronson Reed on the outside then, and he was like, right, okay, Solo, get in there, climb the ladder, this is going to be it, you're going to get it. He was there, Solo was climbing, Fatu was like, oh, it's going to take anyone out, what's going to happen? Then he stopped him. We knew this was coming, folks, we have seen it for so long. Jacob Fatu grabbed his ankle and shouted, I hate you. We knew this was coming from Friday as well when, you know, we heard Solo say about Jacob Fatu, he's all gas, no brakes, and basically saying that we can't trust him. Well, Jacob Fatu is now a babyface, and he had one of the biggest pops of the entire evening when he did this to Solo Sikoa. Obviously, you know, we did see the jump up moonsault that he is known for, and he just left the ring just watching the destruction he has just left. But then, obviously, we did actually have Seth Rollins do a stomp on LA Knight, and he climbed the ladder. And he won. Yes, Seth Rollins is now the Money in the Bank winner. And to be honest with you, I've said this a couple of weeks ago when we saw that he was in the Money in the Bank. I wouldn't put it past him if he challenges John Cena later towards the end of the year, maybe even if it's his last match for Cena in the entire company and on his retirement tour. Seth Rollins has come through on what he said about WrestleMania. I am fighting for the future of this industry. And what's John Cena doing? I'm gonna destroy wrestling. Well, you now have your David versus Goliath match right by here. Now it was time for the 5th and final match of the night. The main event. Cody Rhodes and heavyweight champion Jey Uso taking on world champion, WWE greatest of all time, John Cena and Logan Paul. This match was good, but it was better as it went along. You could see that they were just starting out really slow. They were taking their time, going back and forth, and to be honest with you, it was a little bit infuriating because we know exactly what all these people are involved are capable of, but you could tell though that when it amped up, by God did it get amped up. The heels controlled the majority of the match, obviously. Cena and Paul, they just kept working on Uso the majority of the match, but when Uso managed to get the hot tag, Cody Rhodes came in and cleaned house. But there was a few spots I actually found really funny. Rhodes did his little, his diving roll, Logan Paul copied, but then Cody Rhodes did his Stardust cartwheel, and you know, he was like, which is amazing. But Logan Paul did the same thing. Didn't look that as good as Cody Rhodes though, but you know, that was it. And with all of this going on back and forth, we did have when the announce table go through, we had Jey Uso go through it by Logan Paul who did a moonsault. And we actually saw a bit of tension between John Cena and Logan Paul because they kept tagging each other in. And obviously it did get to the point where, you know, push became a shove and all this kind of stuff. But getting towards the end of the match, and I was just absolutely shocked beyond belief. And to be honest with you, this is one of the best things I have seen because it's absolutely amazing, alright folks, it's absolutely amazing. As you can see, John Cena did in fact hit Cody Rhodes with the belt. John Cena got up and he was attacked by someone from the crowd. And obviously with this started to beat up. And who is that person? None other than R-Truth, baby. R-Truth is back. And this was just, it was so good to see it, because literally no one had any idea this was going to happen. And obviously, it's now come out that in the last 72 hours, WWE and TKO, they renewed his contract for what he was getting before. Look at the backlash. R-Truth is universally loved by everyone. And the backlash, because R-Truth's, or Ron Killings is his name now, he's going by that name. His tweet last week when he said that WWE has released me, I'm no longer with them, thank you for all the great times, blah blah blah. It had 22 million views. And obviously the amount of people on social media and say YouTube, everything, everyone was commenting, why have you done this? Why have you done this? Why did you get rid of him? And again, we found out it was because when Valhalla got released as well, Carlito has been released as well, because TKO penny pinchers, oh, we gotta try and cut people, because again, they're not really on TV that much. But whenever R-Truth's on TV, the guy is just a legend. His spots always go up in viewer retention, because it's R-Truth. But after R-Truth attacked him, Rhodes hit the crossroads and got the 1, 2, 3. And I am just absolutely overjoyed that R-Truth is back. Sorry, Ron Killings. But with all of this though, it was so good, it was well planned, and because of the backlash, obviously R-Truth turned up. Overall for me, Money in the Bank 2025, it was awesome, and I will give it a 9 out of 10. I love this event. We had R-Truth back. Now going by his actual name, like I said, Ron Killings, Raw and SmackDown is going to be fun going forward, and I cannot wait to see who Seth Rollins and Naomi go for with the briefcase. Like and subscribe, folks, and I'll see you soon.